What is going on? Welcome back to J-Will Trap TV. What's going on, guys? We are back with The Shy, Season 6, Episode 6. This episode is called Boyz to Men, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is the peak Shy. I haven't seen The Shy looking this good in a long time. This episode, every conversation is meaningful. We got a lot of action. Well, not like action, but we got like a lot of rising action, and we got a... I don't want to say it, but spoilers, goddammit, we got a body, let's go. So we start the episode off, and we got Keisha confronting Emmett about the big bag of cash that she found, well, that he didn't hide in the living room. I don't know, what we gonna call that, guys? Anyway, so she find that money, and it's a problem. She started asking, yo, what is this about? This is dirty money, we got it up in the house. Like, what's going down? And Emmett started yelling about the house and the therapy and how he gotta pay for that and how that don't come easy and that he gotta do this to have it. And Keisha's like, we don't need Douda to be successful. But you guys do though, because if you look at everybody else on this show, they living at home broke, okay? They on the south side, y'all over here on the west side. Y'all do need Douda to make this work. Keisha talking about she's ready to leave Emmett. And Emmett says he's gonna fix all this and that he's sorry. Emmett said that they both said they wouldn't leave each other and that he's gonna put an end to all of this. So it looks like Keisha about to hang in here for just a little bit longer, okay? So now we move to the FBI. And they're over here questioning Trig. They got photos of him riding with Douda near the spot where the body was dumped at. Trig is remaining silent and they're pretty much saying, yo, look, you can confess now and flip, or you can go to jail and face the consequences. So Quincy tells this dude that, you know, he doesn't have to say anything right now, and they got a meeting. So FBI dude leaves, but he says that he thought that Trig was better than Douda, and you can tell that's eating Trig up. Now, another thing about this scene right here, I don't trust this dude Quincy. I think Quincy gonna snitch, bro. Quincy's gonna snitch. I'm calling it right now on J-Will Trap TV prediction. So we go to Emmett, and he's going to Darnell's house. He's trying to get his gun back from Darnell. Darnell tell this boy, hey, I already told you, boy, if you need some help, come and get me. But Emmett, he's like, yo, I need my strap. So Darnell, he gets serious, and he tells Emmett, bro, you're not built for this. But Emmett stays there, so Darnell goes and gets the gun, and Emmett takes off. So Emmett got that gun. What's he gonna do with this gun, guys? So I'll tell you what he's gonna do. He's gonna go to his house, and he's gonna practice in the mirror and say that he ain't a bitch. But we will see, because, you know, we will see if he can pull this trigger, because it looks like, you know, he has a target, so we'll see. So you know, I was watching this thing, and I got caught off guard. Check this out. But dude, your boy Douda, bro, your boy Douda, play the clip.
This is for losing my motherfucking car.
Damn!
Your boy Douda pimp slapped the dog shit out of that boy Bakari. I didn't even see that coming. He was just like, pow! I was like, God damn! That shit almost hurt my face. I was like, shit.
Whoa,
so Douda,
what the hell
he's pissed
just
at
happened?
Bakari because, you know, his car, you know, that Lambo truck is gone. I'd be mad too. You know what? I would have had to have slapped Bakari over my Lambo truck going missing too. So it turns out Douda also still has bags of dirty cash on hand, and he needs to wash this money. But he can't wash the money. Zay is saying that Stanley's sermon has everybody scared and none of the businesses want to take the cash. Nook says he's gonna figure something out. And Zay, this little snake, he tries to get Bakari killed because he asks Douda, what do we do with Bakari? Because he wants to, you know, he wants Douda to go say, oh, go take this nigga out, go throw him in the river or whatever. But Douda says that Bakari's gonna clean himself up by himself. So Bakari is alive. Thank you. And also too, I'm looking at Nook after Zay said that, and you can tell Nook didn't like that move that Zay tried to make. That's what I got from that look. You guys let me know. So we go back to Trig, and now he's talking to Quincy and Fatima about that FBI case. He pretty much tells Fatima his role in Q's murder, and she did not know about this, so she's really shocked, and she's like, why didn't you tell me? And he's like, bro, it would not have helped. So Trig, he starts, you know, starts wallowing and starts saying that he can't get away from being a street nigga. And Fatima comes in to support him. Trig says maybe it's best that he doesn't say anything, that if they did have something, that they would have arrested him already. Quincy doesn't seem to kind of like this idea, as you can see him, and I'm thinking Quincy maybe already snitched. We go to Darnell and Jada's on the couch. She's worried. She says she feels bad about Emmett, and she's worried about what's going on with them. She asks Darnell if she knows anything about what's happening with them, and he says no. He tells her not to worry, and they end up going to bed. So Mama's intuition, something's going down. We go to Bakari and he stops by Lene's house to try to see her, but Nina comes out and says they aren't having any visitors. He says he wants to apologize to Lene, and Nina's like, bro, you looking kind of rough. What happened to you? Because this boy Douda came hard with that pimp hand. He asks Nina to let Lene know that he stopped by, and he takes off. As he's leaving, Jamal pulls up and tells him to get in the car. So now we switch to Trig, and he's seeking guidance from Pastor Stanley. He doesn't get into too many details. He pretty much subliminally asks if he should tell the truth or if he should just kind of let things lie and continue doing what his work is. Big Stanley tells him to take the righteous path and to trust in God. So Stanley's telling him to do the right thing, which is pretty much to tell. And Trig is saying this is some good guidance. But Stanley also tells him before he leaves that as long as Douda is alive, this city will be in the devil's hands and somebody has to do something. And who will that somebody be? Maybe it will be Emmett, because now we switch to Emmett and he's rolling up on Douda. He walks up behind him, pulls the pistol out, points it at his face, and says that he wants to cut ties. Douda already know this nigga not about to shoot. So he says, I can't negotiate with a gun in my face. As soon as Emmett lowers the gun, Douda comes in with that same pimp hand and lays it down on this nigga. This nigga hits the ground. I'm like, God damn, this nigga Douda just slapped two niggas in the same episode and had them on the ground. So look, he comes up to Emmett and he tells Emmett that the house, the Benz, the businesses, the clothes, those will all go away if he wants to cut ties. Douda gets up and then Emmett from the ground. He asks, what if he pays Douda back? Douda says if he gives him his money back, they will talk. They'll just talk. And Emmett says, no, they will be done. So then Douda says, look, Emmett, you are not running the shots. And he pulls that gun open, he takes a bullet out, and he says, if you keep on playing with me, I'll kill you. And then Emmett, bro, best moment, well, not best moment of the episode, but one of his best moments. He says, if you kill me, the whole city will be on your ass because they fuck with me. Douda asks, he goes like, oh, so you think you're that beloved? And he goes like, people fuck with me, they just work for you. So I thought that was a dope moment. That was a dope moment from Emmett, but I don't believe it for a second because we all love Brandon, bro. We all love Brandon, bro. All we got now was Brandon's shirts, dog. We didn't even get to see that nigga get killed, okay? And the next death that's about to come up, we all love this dude. So Douda, he smiles and he walks away. I don't know if he's gonna call that bluff, but we switch to the next scene. So now we go to Gemma and Tiara, and they're talking about, her managing business, Gemma's managing business. And Tiara's giving her some advice. She's telling her that, baby, you should sign more artists so you have more chances of, making it big. Her dad comes in and he's like, yo, time is up. You guys about to graduate and you still haven't done anything with this Maisha business. So, you got to go to school. And he tells her to go start applying. And she's like, I don't want to apply to a big Ivy League school. I'd rather go to a community college. So I don't know, Marcus all of a sudden breaks down and it's cool. They're going to a community college. It's like, well, why do you even go to college at that point? That's, I'm saying, like, how did you go from you need to go to an Ivy League to I'm cool with you going to community college? Come on, bro. So we go to Bakari and Jamal tells us that car was stolen, but Bakari was pulled over for speeding. So, like I said, Bakari, all you had to do was just kick it, turn the music down, drive slowly through the south side, and you would have been straight. But nah, you wanted to be a killer in the street, nigga. Jamal tries to tell Bakari about how he fucked up his own life, and that, there's nothing in him in the streets, going to prison is like being treated like a dog. He also tells Bakari that he thinks that, him and Lene need some time apart. But Bakari's like, that's all I got to live for. That, your sister's all I got to live for. And Jamal's like, he knows the feeling. All right, now, before we keep going, click on that like button. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. Yeah, come on, it's a free channel. It's a free channel. Don't worry. Support a black business. Okay, thank you. All right, so we go to Trig and we go to Rob. And this fool Trig, I don't know if he's making a play. I think he's making a play. Listen, he tells Rob about the whole Douda situation with killing Q. And he goes into extreme detail. Even tells him about, how he opened up the trunk, homeboy was still gasping for air, and he shot him 3 times. Rob is like, why didn't you do nothing? Trig was like, I couldn't do nothing. Rob is like, why are you telling me this information now? And Trig is like, well, I thought you're a family and you should know. But he's like, yeah, but why are you talking right now? And Trig says it doesn't matter. Rob says, you know what this means, right? And I don't know, I love Rob's acting, bro. This fully, Schubert, this fool's dope. And Trig, he pretty much nods and he says it. So Trig knows Trig is making a play. Trig is trying to destroy this investigation by telling Rob to go knock this dude off. So, if he's dead, they're gonna end that investigation in the Douda, but we'll see what happens. So we go to Dre and Monica. I'm sorry, guys. Last week I was calling her Monique. Her name is Monica. I apologize for that, all right? And she wants to hang out with Dre. But Dre tells her they can't hang out anymore because, Nina's tripping and he has to respect that. So she wants to fall back a little bit. So Monica's like, oh, so I have to fall back because your wife is uncomfortable? And Dre's like, yeah, they had some issues with infidelity in the past and this is how it's gonna be. So we in that scene. We go to Bakari and he pulls up at Papa's house and he finds his long lost sister Brittany sitting on the porch looking for him. It turns out these kids were both foster kids and they split up and she just came back to the city and wants to get her music career going again. Bakari wants Brittany to stay with him at Papa's, but it's not really his house and he can't make that call. So she says she's gonna find somewhere else to stay, and Bakari plugs his number into her phone and says that this time he's not gonna delete her number. So they're gonna stay in touch. We go to Rob and he's at his mom Alicia's house and he's telling her that he knows who killed Q. She asks him if he's sure and he says yes. She tells him that he knows what it's time to do and he goes like, it's not that simple taking out a gangster like Douda. Well, he doesn't say Douda, but I'm pretty sure they both know who they're talking about. She says, well, they had a deal and that he needs to go get some help to take him out. And, Rob says there's not a lot of people he trusts to do something like this. So you can see Rob struggling with this shit. And I'm telling y'all, I've been saying this over and over again, but I really like this fool's character. I feel like this is the only dude who he doesn't get a lot of schemes, so we don't really get to see a lot of the BS, but he really sticks to what he says he's gonna do and how he feels about situations, and I just really like that shit. So now we go to Dre and Nina, and they're arguing about Monica. Dre is saying that she just wants to have a lesbian friend that's not her wife, and Nina doesn't see the need because she's like, you got other friends. Why do you need to be friends with someone you used to be with? So Kevin comes in, and he interrupts this, and he tells them about the news that he's going to LA. Nina is totally floored by this news, and she wants to know why, he didn't come to her to make this decision when he found out a few days ago. And he was like, I just had to figure out if I even wanted to go in the first place. So Dre's, thrilled about this information, and she's very excited. Nina asks Dre for backup, saying, help me convince him not to go. So then Dre asks for all the information, and Kevin says, here, I can get you all the information. And she asks him, okay, well, how are you gonna get around, et cetera, et cetera. And he goes like, they about to give me a new car. So once he drops that off on Dre, she's sold. She's like, yeah, this is a great opportunity. So Nina says she needs more time, and Dre says that she's gonna talk to her, and we end that scene. We switch over to Papa and Kenya, and we're getting that scene we should have got last week. She's asking Papa if he is okay with her having a kid. She wants to know if he still likes her, and Papa's saying that he's still processing everything, but that he does still like her. She says that, she comes with extra baggage, and Papa says that he doesn't care. And we see him start, making a motion towards the boy. I'm more on the, Father Stanley's side on this situation, as you guys will see in the next scene. Because, I think Papa has a lot of potential, and he shouldn't put himself in this kind of situation. Not this early while he's only 18 and don't really know what's going on. Papa goes home, and Big Stanley's like, hey, you're about to be late to Trig's meeting that, he invited you guys to. And Papa's like, oh, sorry, yeah, I was chilling with my girl. And then Big Stanley's like, what girl? You haven't told me about no girl? But then Papa says, well, eventually you'll be able to meet her and her son at some point. So this is like, Big Stanley's like, what do you mean her son? You're not old enough to date a woman with a son, with a son? And he's like, oh, she's only 19. And he's like, who is this woman? So then he tells him that this is Minister Bailey's daughter. So then Stanley started talking shit about Minister Bailey, about, all the shit that he does, all the shady things he does. Papa says that she can't pay for his sins and that dating her is his decision, not Big Stanley's. And Big Stanley pretty much puts his foot down and says, hey, you cannot see her. And if you do, I'm gonna make your life really hard. And he tells, Papa that if he disobeys him, that he will regret it. So Papa takes off to that meeting, and we go to the men's group, and we got a lot of people up in here today. We got all the kids, and we got our usual suspects. So Trig says he doesn't want to start it off because he started off last time, and Shad comes in, and he's saying that he's feeling like he's backsliding, and he wants people to hold him accountable and make sure he's not doing bad shit. Well, okay, well look, if you want that to happen, stop taking money, stop taking those guns from Bakari, and Bakari's in the room right now. He's saying this. See, this is bad, guys. This is bad. These people is talking too much. Marcus and Jay get into it because Marcus is saying that it's killing him that he is, keeping his daughter away from something that she wants to do as far as going to college and whatnot. And Jake comes in and says that she can take care of herself, and they almost get into an argument, but then Trig stops them. I'm like, this fool Jake think he grown. Emmett comes in and says that he got himself in the deep shit because he wanted to be the big man, and he wants everybody in here to have his back. So he don't talk about how Mr. Douda, you know, pimp slapped him earlier, but he needs everybody to have his back in case he gets killed. Bakari talks about his foster sister coming into town and how it's a big surprise to him, and he's happy that she's here. And Trig tells Jake that he's sorry that he yelled at him in the house, and he says that he's gonna, you know, start including him in more conversation. He says that he's dealing with a lot, and he has to be very careful about what he shares with everyone. And then they all start getting interested on like what he's dealing with, and he says he just needs everybody's prayers and trust. So something gotta go down, something gotta happen. We go to Kevin and Maisha, and she's mad that she heard that Kevin's going to LA from the streets. Kevin asks her to come with him, and she doesn't want to leave Chicago. She says that she wants to keep her music based here, and she wants to blow up in Chicago. Kevin says that they were dreaming bigger than Chicago, but she says don't minimize her dreams for his dreams, you know what I'm saying? And I respect that. So eventually they agree that Kevin's gonna fly her out first class so they can stay together and continue to see each other while he's in LA. And I'm thinking like, damn, Kevin, you got big money, huh? You flying people out, new whip, nice apartment downtown LA. Let's go. So we go to graduation now. In the big moment, we see, these kids, come from where they came from to where they are now. And I really like seeing them. It's been a lot of growth. Douda comes in and he tries to talk to Bakari. But next thing you know, Trig and Shad stand up and they say, any conversation you have with him, we need to be there. They tell Bakari to sit down, and Bakari, he goes back over with Big Stanley. Douda stares down Big Stanley and he smiles and he walks away, because then we switch over to Kevin and he gives a very inspirational speech about coming of age and never giving up. So now we switch back to Big Stan's house, and we got Stanley, Papa, and Bakari and his wife. They're sitting here eating dinner and they get into it over Kenya again. Big Stan is like, bro, I seen that girl in the crowd. I told you, stay away from that girl. And Papa's like, you can't control me anymore, and that he's his own man and he's gonna do what he wants. So Papa starts to head for the door, and Big Stan tells him if he walks out that door that he can't come back. And Papa walks out the door, bro. Okay, Papa in these streets. We go to this graduation party, and Bakari's sister, Brittany, comes through. She hopped on the mic and she starts spitting bars, and I mean like freestyling, none of that written shit that Maisha was doing. And everybody in here feeling her music, bro. Kevin says that she's good, and Maisha's like, oh, she's all right, so she over here hating. But then Jimma walks up and asks her if she needs a manager. Brittany says she's more looking for a place to crash for right now, and Jimma says, I can't help you with that, but as soon as you figure that out, let me know and we can link up. So that was a good move by Jimma, jumped on that. And now we switch, guys. So we got Big Stan. Big Stan, he's over here, he's praying over his Bible. He's asking God to protect his son, bro. He's asking God to protect his son. He's praying with his eyes closed. Oh man. And the next thing you know, we see a black shadowish figure come in, and they have that cable, they wrap it around his neck, and they choke him out. They strangle him in his own house. I'm over here like, Big Stan, hold on, fight back, Big Stan, you got size on him. But no, he gets choked out. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's Nuck, right? I'm pretty sure that's Nuck. Now, I'm like, Nuck, bro, you couldn't wait till this boy got done praying. You had to hit him while he was still reading. Oh, shit. But he got him, bro. So, yeah, I like this episode, y'all. This episode was good. We had so much shit going on. Then we got the FBI coming in. We got Stanley getting killed. We got Emmett confronting Douda. We got Bakari getting slapped. Well, bro, like, what else do you want? We got Jamal and Bakari coming together. We got the kids graduating. There's so much shit going on. I like this episode. This shit was top tier. I hope they can keep this momentum going forward. So make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, and put a notification bell so you know when we go live or make a new video. All right, guys, peace.